So this is my third time recording this because my recording keeps stopping for some reason. Uh, UFC 308 was today. I was a pretty good card, a lot of good fights, a lot of sad results though. But let's just get into it. Elliot Taporia versus Max Holloway. Max Holloway did look good in the first two rounds. Um, but Elliot Taporia, man, he is just the next level of what the hell is that? Oh, he's just the next level of featherweight. Um, Knocked out Holloway in the third round. He was throwing massive shots. Um, and going into this fight, I know a lot of people were picking Taporia to knock him out. Well, like, we have never seen Max Holloway really get knocked down, really get tested. But Taporia, Taporia immediately in the fight he shot for a takedown and got it, and he was able to um, work work with him a little bit. Um, but yeah, Elliot Taporia, man, like they brought in Volkanovski after the fight. I don't want the Volkanovski rematch. I know Volkanovski is the greatest featherweight of all time, up there with Max. But I want to see the Diego Lopez fight. That's what I think should happen. Really good one by Ilya Taporia. Max Holloway. What I think is next for him, though, I think he should move up to lightweight. I just, I think the better matchups are up there for him. Um, you know, he knocked out Gaethje. Maybe give him the winner of not the winner, but the loser of Chandler and Oliveira, since the winner gets Connor most likely. But phenomenal performance by Taporia. Moving down to Robert Whitaker versus Hamza Chimaev. Hamza Chimaev submits Whitaker in the first round, basically like every other fight. But Robert Whitaker attacked quickly, but like it looked like he gave up. But what happened was is Hamza had his wrist over his teeth, and I can't show the pictures on here, I think, but like Whitaker's lips and like his gums are all bleeding. Really good win by Chimaev. Probably the greatest wrestler in UFC history. Um, I know Guru said he should fight Adesanya, but we all know he's getting the winner of Dricus and Sean Strickland. Yeah, I Hamza Chimaev, we all know he's different. Good win by him. Whitaker, I don't know what you do with him, man. I love Whitaker. I even picked him to win this fight. I thought Whitaker was just a better version of Usman, but this is a different version of Hamza. I should have picked it up in the press conferences leading up to it, but this version of Hamza was a lot more collected and calculated, very respectful of Whitaker and his ability. But yeah, good win by Hamza Chimaev. Obviously, he gets the title shot next. Maybe you do Izzy versus Whitaker 3, big money fight. Uh, Next we go to Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. Um, Ankalaev wins this fight. He is now solidified number one contender. He will get that title shot. There's nobody left in the UFC that makes sense unless the circumstances like injury or that this is the next title fight. But Rakic could have won this fight. His corner really fucked him over, I think. Like, his corner told him he was up 2-0. And you know, we've seen this before with other corners telling the fighters completely wrong, like the completely wrong things, that they're up, that they're even down even. We've had a few of those. But yeah, Rakic, I thought he did look good. Um, Thought he won the first. But like, looking at this fight though, can you honestly tell me that either of these guys are a threat to Pereira? Like, Pereira trains to go over to Shara. You really think he has no takedown defense? Look at how he did against Jan Blachowicz. I know a lot of people thought that Jan Blachowicz won that fight. We're going to rewatch that fight. He did really good on the ground with the same guy that beat Israel Adesanya by holding him on the ground. Um, I know Jan Blachowicz came out and said that Ankalaev beat him in their fight. But that fight was still a draw. Um, I don't know. Magomed Ankalaev, without a doubt, number one contender. We'll probably see that February and March. Lerone Murphy versus Danny Gay, man, another good fight. Danny Gay was able to get a knockdown. Um, you know, like Danny Gay, man. How can you not love this guy? The guy just has massive power. Well, Lerone Murphy was able to, um, you know, I guess, I was gonna go with the bit here. I'm gonna be completely honest. I thought Danny Gay won this fight when I watched it, and then when I watched it the second time, I still thought Danny Gay won. Um, well, yeah, Lerone Murphy did get the takedowns and that, but he didn't do much with them. Um, yeah, no, no. You know, Lerone Murphy too. He had a phenomenal win against Barboza, but again, my opinion, I thought Danny Gay won. Um, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Um, Shara Magomedov versus Arman Petrosyan. This was a phenomenal fight. Arman did give Shara a bit of trouble in the first. They both changed. They both landed good shots and some early exchanges in the first. But in the second, um, Shara hits him with one spinning back fist one way, and then he hits him with another by spinning the other way. It was an amazing knockout. If you haven't seen it already, go watch it. But yeah, phenomenal performance of Shara. Obviously undefeated. One of these Russian guys. I wouldn't be surprised if the UFC try and push him into the top 15. Well, yeah, phenomenal performance. Um, with you know the weight. Wait, no. I'm pretty sure he's one of the ones that had the weight issues. Which by the way, I totally blew over. There is the weight issue with Hamza Chimaev as always. I'll save that to the end though, since we're already on to the prelims. Um, Evil Aslan knocked out Rafael Sequeira. Really good performance by Evil Aslan. He dominated. Yeah, phenomenal win. Against another really good striker. Um, Caldo Pereira, which obviously is not going to get a title shot anytime soon. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him against a ranked light heavyweight. Like maybe you gave him like a Guskov or a Menefield. Um, but yeah, good win. Then we have the sad, what should be a retirement fight of RDA. Jeff Neal knocked out RDA as everyone thought he would. Um, yeah, like RDA, man, he's a legend, man. He's a legend. But Jeff Neal, younger, more powerful, knocked out RDA. And you know, Jeff Neal, dude, his losses are to Ian Gary and Shavkat. Shavkat is now fighting for the belt, and Ian Gary just got his very weird win over MVP. Um, but yeah, really good fight by Jeff Neal. I think that's it for RDA. I don't want to see him in another fight. Now, we have the fight of the night and fight of the year candidate. Matias Babici versus Orlava. This fight was unbelievable, dude. It was back and forth. Rabici was able to score a knockdown, but this was unreal. Rabici, though, uh, this is one of the best performances I've ever seen of him. He was able to mix in the wrestling. He's always had really good striking. But yeah, really good performance by Rabici. Um, I'm not sure what you do with him after, the whole weight thing. But yeah, really good performance. And then we have Abus Magomedov versus Bruno Pereira. Abus Magomedov basically won majority of this fight. Went for an arm triangle in the third. Um, yeah, pretty pretty good fight though. Bruno Pereira was able to land a few good combinations. Um, you know, landed more strikes to the head in that. But Abus Magomedov, as with always Magomedovs, they just, for some reason, have this God-given wrestling ability since they wrestle outside of their moms. Okay, I'm not even gonna go down that path. That's how I get my video demonetized. Um, moving on, we go to Kennedy Nizhachukua versus Chris Barnett. Kennedy moving out from 205. Chris Bennett, you know, does backflips, injures himself right before the fight, in morale-like fashion. Wait, no, Kennedy and Nizuku basically ran through him, knocked him out in the first round. And, can we just now have, like, can we acknowledge now that these fat heavyweights just aren't gonna cut it in the top tier of heavyweight? Like, this isn't this isn't the 2000s anymore, where, Tim Sylvia can make a run to the title. You gotta be skilled. Not to say Chris Barnett isn't skilled. He has, really good striking. He is really athletic. But for his size, yeah, Canadian knocks him out in the first round. Good win by him. Looking at him moving into heavyweight, I don't know, maybe you can give him Nascimento if you want to really get him into the top 15 right away. But yeah, good win by him. For Fareed Basharat versus Victor Hugo. This is one of my most anticipated fights of the night. Fareed Basharat, he looked amazing in this fight. Victor Hugo did have his moments, but Basharat won by unanimous decision. Really good win for him. Obviously, undefeated featherweight. Featherweight is just stacked now. Like, all these up and coming guys, it's really tough because featherweight, this being the Max Holloway versus Elia Topuria event, like featherweight is killers. You got Ilya, Max, Diego Lopez, Volkanovski, Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell. There's not an easy fight. Ryan Ortega in featherweight. But good win by Basharat. Next we go to Ismail Nasruddin Nadeev versus Bruno Silva. I think this is it for Bruno Silva. I picked him to win because I just, part of me I wanted something good to go his way. He did look really good against Pereira, but yeah, Nadia dominated the fight in every way you can think. Yeah, really good win by Nadia. Bruno Silva, I think he's out of the UFC after that. And we get to the opening fight. And I alluded to weird decisions, right? This was a fucking robbery, I think. And before I made this video, I watched a few other videos just to see if I was on my own. Well, no, a lot of people think Carlos Leal won this. I had it 29-28 Carlos Leal. Well, I don't know. This is a really weird fight. Overall, though, the main event kind of saved, I don't know, the main three fights kind of saved this fight. Oh no. Okay, no. The main events, I should say, really saved this card. But, we gotta talk about Topuria now being the greatest featherweight of all time already. I think he is. He's now knocked out Max Holloway, only person to knock out Holloway, and he knocked out Volkanovski, who the only other person to knock him out was Islam. But like I said, Diego Lopez should get the next title shot, but they're probably gonna give it to Volk. Well, yeah, all in all, pretty good night of fights. Morning of fights. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of this pay-per-view? What do you think about Topuria, Hamzat, and yeah. Let's see, what do we have next for UFC fights? I forgot. We have, Brandon Moreno versus Amir Albazi. And, oh my god, this fight night is kind of fucking loaded. Brandon Moreno, Amir Albazi, Aaron Blanchfield versus Rose Namajunas. Derek Lewis versus Giannato Diaz. KO Machado versus Benson. Oh, man, next. Okay, is this next week? November 2nd. That's. I know, I don't know how many days are in months anymore. Yeah, that is next week. Man, that's a really good fight card. Oh, well, stay tuned for my predictions on that. I've got um a few other video ideas coming out. Um, but yeah, see, like this one I can accept, right? This isn't like Mario Batista. Fuck Mario Batista. I feel like we are united as a fan base on that. But man, Holloway, dude, like how can you not be a fan of Holloway? Um, yeah. This is a new era, though. This really is a new era of MMA where, you know, it was always the wrestler would beat the boxer, but you need advanced wrestling and you need advanced striking if you want to compete. Um, but yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments. What did you think about the fights? What are some matchups you want to see after? And yeah, thanks for watching. Later.